This episode of the Red Bull Rant is brought to you by the fine patrons that support us through patreon.com/Red Bull Rant. You can support us for the low price of $1 a month, and you can get exclusive content, including a monthly wrap-up for the New York Red Bulls. We want to send a special shout-out to our patrons who support us at $5 a month. That is our producer-level reward. Thank you to Jeremiah Dempster and William Martin. Now, on to the show. This is the Red Bull Rant podcast. If you aren't expecting adult language, why even bother listening? Welcome, my friends, to the show, friends. This is the Red Bull Rant podcast. I'm your host, Jason Ipico.
I'm Pat McDonald.
I'm Truman. This is episode 284, Dead Rising.
Yeah.
I feel like there should have been a Down Under reference in there somewhere, but
no.
But we're not playing Down Under, so. So, big week for the New York Red Bulls, hosted Atlanta United, and came away with a very surprising 2-0 victory. And why was it surprising? Because BWP was suspended. We knew that. But then Tyler Adams was out with back spasms. So nobody thought this game was going to be a winner.
No.
Nope.
The only one who did was Truman, but that was before the Adams thing.
But what did I say, right? I was still going to
end up being the best call for you.
Yep.
Might as well get this part out of the way first. So with Truman calling the win last week, he has officially clinched the 2018 title for the predictions.
Oh, wait, hold on, guys. I know no one's going to see this. Hold on.
See, I'm just getting this out of the way now because it's going to happen regardless.
That's true.
All right, guys, I'm back. I'm just gonna hold this up to my face like the whole time. This is gonna be my face for the rest of the show. No one can see this, but it's my face with the belt. It's gonna be a belt face.
It's okay. I'll take a picture of it and post it along with the episode.
Belt face. Take a picture to last longer.
Why don't you be like all those really cool guys who bring their championship belt to wrestling events?
Oh, yeah. I'm going to bring this like soccer events for like no reason whatsoever.
Yeah.
You should bring the Forza Lucha and defend it.
Yeah. In a prediction contest. All right.
Hey, Forza Lucha predictions, right? That's how you do it?
Yep.
All right.
I'm just going to predict 4-0 wins the rest of the season.
I mean, it doesn't matter.
Might as well, right? Just
go
nuts.
You and I are just fighting for second at this point, so we might as well go nuts.
And there's no prize, so 4-0 victories the rest of the season. But if I get the 3 points because one of them, awesome.
So Atlanta United 2-0 win. Before we get into this one, Truman, you want to read out the tweets we got? I think it was like one or two.
There's two. People are happy, so nothing to complain about. Okay, so Wayne Harrison, which is W. Harrison 83, said, fantastic from start to finish. The team was on it from minute one. RBNY played with incredible intensity, particularly in the first half. Yes, to all of this.
Mm-hmm.
All season we've had to listen to the experts babble on how great Atlanta is. To beat them without two key players shows how underrated RBNY really is. Also, Tata's no shake at the end of the match was comical. Take the L, shake the other team's hand, and keep it moving, you wiener.
Yeah, wiener.
I don't know if we're underrated. I mean, come on.
We like to think we are.
Well, I mean, everybody likes to think they're underrated, but I mean, even if we had BWP and Adams, like, would we have been, expected to completely shut down? Well, actually, I guess that feeds into the underrated part. Basically, what I'm saying is, I don't know if we're underrated. I don't think we're overrated. We're just rated.
Rated well, I would say. I think we're rated well.
Yeah. All right. Likes and dislikes. Pat, you can go first. What did you dislike about this one?
I'm so prepared to go on a like rant, and even though I completely forgot, this is what we are, how we do it. I'll go with the selfish dislike. It was my last day of work on a Sunday, which took me until about 12:30, which means I couldn't go to the game, which I wanted to go to the game. And on top of that, I had meetings, so I didn't even watch the game until like 7 o'clock at night. So personal selfish dislike about this one, because there wasn't too much to dislike.
Agreed. I guess the only thing I can dislike was Kaku not scoring the PK. That's it. That's it. I'm not going to get into likes, but I mean, I could ramble on because Kaku misses a PK and still is man of the match. So even that's not bad. So yeah, I have absolutely nothing to complain about.
My dislike is just going to be, I don't know, the first like 5-10 minutes, second half, because it seemed like I'm guessing this is more Atlanta came out with more than that the Red Bulls let off in the beginning of the second half, but just that was outside of what the first half was all about. Because the Red Bulls, like, as not that we controlled the ball in their half the field like all the time, but the Red Bulls controlled the game in the first half, and they came out the second half not controlling the game, and that was my dislike, is that they didn't continue that like right out the gates in the second half.
I'm surprised. Usually, when a game goes this well, you complain about like the font on the sports sticker that ESPN has.
Well, the reason I don't complain about the font on the sports sticker is because I was hiding it so the Jets game wouldn't get.
When the Giants and Jets would play at the same time, those rare days, I would go to my dad's house to watch the Giants game, and we'd take pieces of paper and we would put it on wherever the score thing would pop up, and we would just cover it up.
Nice.
Yep.
I had a box lying around that like was just the right height, so I put it right there.
Oh, it's so insane. It's so insane.
All right, good old sports fandom.
And I didn't watch the Jets until 8 o'clock at night because I can't watch them down here.
Right.
So I was watching on delay with the Game Pass stuff that they have, and so
you're just delaying your torture.
So I had I had to kind of avoid Twitter for a bit, or at least like block out everything but the mentions, because otherwise I knew somebody was going to mention the Red Bulls and the Jets in the same tweet.
Of course,
Pat, you could say that your dislike was your score got spoiled as well.
Yeah, I did. Somebody kind of messaged me and kind of didn't blow the score, but kind of blew how the game was going. And then stupidly, I went to check. I forget what I went to check on ESPN, the app, and obviously I have it set up all my teams to be up top, and I saw the score. I was like, oh, well, I'm an idiot.
And Trim and I even did a private chat so we wouldn't spoil it for you.
Yep.
All right, likes of the game. Trim, you go first. What did you like the most about this one?
The game was about 2 moments of revenge. So the Rebels get awarded a PK, which is then taken away, rightly so. Not arguing with that. What happens later on in that half? PK awarded justly. Right? Tim Parker gets a goal. Ruled off sides. What happens? Gets that goal anyway. Gets it anyway. So the 2 ways they did not get goals, like opportunities that were taken away, they just did the same exact thing anyway. And real quickly on Parker's goal, it was not an exact carbon copy, but just like Brian White's first goal with the team, Maweel sliding down and kicking the ball over to Tim Parker.
My like of the match, you got to give credit where credit's due. This is for those of us who have been doubting the mid-season coaching change and Armis's ability to pick up where Marsh left off. I mean, this is the game you were waiting to see. This was about as dominant as the Red Bulls have looked since Jesse left, and the high press was in pretty full effect. Our guest for our Patreon episode, Matt Dole, talked about how even Armis's more possession-based style was starting to click with that high press. Atlanta couldn't breathe, and to be able to do that without both BWP and Tyler Adams out on the field is a masterclass. And I do want to take on the one point when Truman prefaced his question with Matt Doyle, and for our Patreon subscribers who heard that, the rest of you will be able to hear it soon, that I don't like Chris Armas. That is not true.
You hate the guy.
I just I didn't like the coaching changes. I thought that would derail the season. Been lucky it hasn't, and now it looks like the team may be shifting gears and finally clicking at just the right time. Granted, I wouldn't be shocked if you went back to seasons past, and I've said that, and, well, we all know what's happened in playoffs. But fingers crossed that this was the moment we were waiting for. It's all finally clicking under Armas, and they can ride that momentum throughout the playoffs.
That was a big like.
that was an all-encompassing like.
Yes, it was.
All-encompassing.
My like, strangely, is going to relate to the referee, which is a bashing point I always bring up. But more specifically, the salt from the Atlanta United fans about those penalty kicks. Because, I mean, don't get me wrong, like, Aaron Long, I think, got off with one late in that game. It was shoulder to shoulder, but he was not playing the ball at all in that play towards the end. But I think all the calls in terms of the Red Bulls were right. The first one was definitely not a penalty kick. Guzan got the ball. I honestly don't remember the second one. I just know, that was the handball, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that one was clear as day because he was raising his arm. And the second one given, as much as he had his arm tucked in, it was still, from what I saw, up. Like, he still raised his arm to meet the ball. So I would say they're good calls all around, and just more about laughing about the fact that all the Atlanta fans are just salty about the Red Bulls supposedly getting the preferential treatment. Because I don't think they have seen the rest of the year and the limited amount of PKs we have this year.
Right. Also, how are we getting preferential treatment when, again, they corrected the first PK call?
Right.
Well, it doesn't fit the narrative.
Yeah. We forget that they've been longtime fans of this league for generations.
Generations. The Atlanta fan base has such a great history of being loyal to its teams.
Yeah.
I mean, look at the Silverbacks. Oh, wait, no. All right. Any afterthoughts on the game?
Well, yeah, I'm going to just pile on to what Pat said, in that this was a dominating performance from opening whistle. The first half, I think I saw them come down our side of the field like twice. It really was. I mean, they just absolutely strangled their forwards. Martinez, it was like he was barely there. Barely there. And if you can do that throughout the rest of the season in the playoffs, you have a great chance of going to the Cup final. It was just crazy. It was a crazy game. It was just a dominating performance. Again, nobody thought it was going to happen, especially when you heard that Tyler Adams was out. Pretty much everyone I was with, we were just resolved to the fact that, we locked up second place. Mm-hmm. We can't move out of second, so it's all good. Mind you, listen, that could still happen. I think it's still going to be tough for the Red Bulls to win the Supporter Shield. I put their chances at I would say 35%. But still, the fact that they can come in and boss this team around again, you have to feel good going into this final stretch.
Yeah, I mean, I guess the only real afterthoughts, be that Tata Martino's a bitch.
Oh, man. Salty.
What a little bitch. You can't shake what? Because Chris Armas is trying to get the crowd pumped up? Go fuck yourself. Get over yourself, Tata. Unless you become a U.S. national team coach, then I love you, I guess. But, until then, come on, man.
Until he doesn't shake whoever Mexico's coach's hand is.
Yeah.
And he's a national treasure.
Exactly. So, I mean, come on. Shake the guy's hand. You lost. Too bad. Wah. Yeah. That kind of, that's pretty much what I got there.
I think we have to thank him because he helped create a great meme that evening.
Yeah.
So there was a good meme fest going on.
I think I got to that when you told me about it, though. I think I only really saw the last few, and they were kind of like lacking in oomph. And I was like, I don't want to find the beginning of this.
I loved Armish's reaction because he puts his hand out, waits like a good 3 seconds, and then it's like, all right, guess it's not happening. Gets the pat on the back, and then as he goes past him, just points back, looks at the assistant, and points back. Like, this fucking guy, really?
Yeah.
Like, that's just the perfect sequence. All right. Any other afterthoughts on that one?
No. Just well, I should probably mention this again. I think I mentioned it on our Patreon, but I'm just going to say it again. Pink sauce for the empanada surprises. Pink sauce. It's the way to go. I'm going to say it again.
I'm considering coming down for the Orlando game, 10 of the season, so I might. Well, whenever I show up, I'm definitely trying it, but.
I, too, will have tickets to that game.
Well, that's because you're now a season ticket holder, so.
I'm now a Red member! Yeah!
Didn't get the fancy card yet.
Yeah, I didn't.
No fancy card. You don't get that till next year.
Well, he just signed up, so I mean.
Right.
All right. So standings watch for the Red Bulls. Right now, second in the East in the Shield, one back of Atlanta, and we're even on games played. More importantly, though, 9 points up on New York City, and the Red Bulls have a game in hand. However, it does not matter what New York City does. The Red Bulls are at least second place going into the playoffs. That is because New York City only has 3 games left. Even if they win all 3 and the Red Bulls were to lose out, they'd be tied on points, but the Red Bulls would have the wins tiebreaker. At that point, it would be 19-18. So basically, it doesn't matter it matters for the Shield, but it doesn't matter what we do. We're going to start the playoffs with home field advantage.
Shield.
And again, I believe there's nothing in the Western Conference that they can do. Jay, do you know if there's a Western Conference team that can catch up to us?
Let's see real quick. So Dallas is at 54. So they could, because they do have a game in hand on us.
Okay.
So that is a possibility.
Catch us in points.
Yes. But only Dallas can, because Sporting KC and LAFC can, because they're both at 30 games played with 50. Sporting KC has 52 points. We have 62. And LA could tie us. Okay, so scratch LA, because they can't beat us in wins. But Sporting KC and SC Dallas could surpass us in points.
Okay.
Cool.
All right. On to predictions for this weekend. The Red Bulls will be traveling. I believe they have like a 2-week break after this one.
Yes.
The international break. Yeah. So the last game before the break, they will be traveling to San Jose. That game is Saturday, October 6th at 10:30 p.m. Game is on MSG, and San Jose is just dismal this year. A record of 4 wins, 19 losses, and 8 draws. 2-8-5 at home. Only good for I think I had the wrong point total down. 20 points on the year. Minus 19 goal difference.
Wow.
Gross.
They are dead last in the West and have been eliminated from the MLS Cup playoffs.
Yeah, they ain't good, but they got a nice big bar, right?
Yeah.
Yes, bar.
Which I'm going to be checking out because I will be at that game this weekend.
Yeah.
Now, did you purchase your ticket?
I did. I did not get it by the deadline, though, for ESC because I honestly missed the email.
Mm-hmm.
But I found a ticket on StubHub for like $28 plus fees. So
You're not next to 1906, are you?
No.
He's joining them.
Because
no, I am a section over. I'm a section over from where ESC is going to be.
Okay, good, because 1906 is stabby.
Yeah, no, I was staying away from them. I might go check out the bar because.
Yeah, I mean, just make sure you don't go to the bar with 1906 because then they were like, "Hey man, you mind if I practice my stabbing near you?"
Well, that's when I just get the can of robot oil and pretend I'm a robot.
I hope everyone knows what that reference is because I'm not saying what it is.
Yeah, I know, right? Tweet at us if you know what that's from.
I mean, I gave you a lot to work on there. So.
Yeah, I know. Jay gave it big ass hand.
All right, so prediction. Last 5 for San Jose, all losses. By the way, yeah, they are not good at all coming into this one. Out of curiosity, because I didn't look at who they played. I'm going to look at that real quick.
It doesn't matter.
They had Atlanta on the ropes and then lost.
Yes, that's the game we do remember, don't we?
That was 3 games ago for them. And then apparently they played Houston and they lost 3-2 at Houston.
Nice.
Following Houston's Open Cup win.
Houston's pretty bad this year.
But they won the Open Cup because the Open Cup.
Shit. That just goes to show how useless that thing is when an ass team can win it.
All right, anyway, moving on. Truman, since you are, I guess
grand champion.
Yeah. You get to go first. What do you think is going to happen this weekend?
Usually this is where I say the Red Bulls would pull a Rutgers, you know? They get ranked 3rd in the country and then lose some trash-ass team and spiral downhill. I missed a giant bowl game. But the reason I don't think that's going to happen, because I think Bradley Wright Phillips is very, very mad. I think him missing the Atlanta game has made him angry. And I think he's going to take it out on San Jose. And I think the Red Bulls are going to actually go to San Jose and win 3-0. And I think Bradley's going to have 2 of those goals. This defense is playing very well. I don't think it matters what coast they're going to right now. Not when they're playing. This is not LAFC or even the Galaxy or the Sounders of the Timbers. It's a garbage team. I can't expect a big crowd for that game, except for their ultras showing up. Who'd want to go there and watch it at this point with only a few games left in the season? I think it's the perfect time for the Red Bulls to come in there and just dominate a garbage bag team.
I'm actually with you in the whole. This doesn't it feel like one of those games where it does feel like a Rutgers game where
right?
You're on
waiting for doom.
It's like you're on an emotional high and it's just all going to come crashing down. But it's really hard for me to see that happening. It is a long trip. But San Jose is just trash bag ass town to the max. So I too am going to go with win, mostly because I also said earlier in the show I'm predicting nothing but 4-0 wins for the rest of the season. So I'm sticking with that prediction, and hopefully we'll all be happy. And I am doing the Derby Road thing this Saturday night. So come on, people, bring it out. Let's make Derby Road rock with Red Bull fans.
So
late night.
Yeah.
So I'm not staying in San Jose, by the way. I'm staying in San Francisco.
Hometown.
Yeah. Because this is my vacation. So my vacation is going to be going from San Francisco. I think I told you guys this, but because I want to tell people listening. Going to San Francisco, driving through Yosemite, and then down to Vegas.
Nice.
That's going to be my week.
Sounds like a good time. Get your gamble on.
But only for one day, because I'm not crazy.
There you go.
I'm going to be smart about this. I'm already spending a lot of money doing this trip. I'm not going to waste a bunch in Vegas.
It's always been on black.
Can't wait to the FaceTime call of Jay scratching his arm, asking us for money.
He's broke.
My ATM card doesn't work anymore. Can you guys wire me $5,000? I got this on this really bad streak, but I feel it coming now, guys.
I feel I'm getting hot any minute.
All right, I'm going 2-0 win. This, as much as I was railing against this team 2 weeks ago before the Toronto game, they seem to have turned it around. And San Jose, like we've said, is a really trash team this year. I mean, hell, they only won 2 games at home. So
that's bad. That's bad.
Yeah. They lost 8. It's not even like they drew most of them. They lost 8 of them. And I mean, if Atlanta can pull off a come from 5 victory, then what can we do?
Right.
So, I'm going to go 2-0 win. Nice and simple. No need to. I mean, blow them out. Fine, great, but simple 2-0 win. New York Red Bull 2 drew last week in Nashville 1-1. Their next game is this Saturday the 6th at North Carolina FC at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. Time for the dumping ground. Red Bull stuff first. So MLS revealed their 22 under 22 list today, and Tyler Adams is number 2 on the list. And according to the write-up, he would have been number 1 if it wasn't for the fact that Alphonso Davies was under 22 years old.
Rats.
Well,
but kudos to Adams for getting the recognition he so rightly deserves.
And we got to throw them in those lists now because they'll be gone, next year.
That too.
Yeah.
But both of them will be gone, right?
Yes, they will.
For sure.
Yeah.
100%.
All right. Anything else? Because that was my only thing.
I guess for the national team, Christian Pulisic is unfortunately hurt again. Looks like the estimation is 2 to 3 weeks, so not that serious. But he will miss the October friendlies, which sucks because he's got to get those minutes. And I guess if you're paranoid and you know that American soccer optimism is meant to be crushed, you're certainly a little worried because he has been getting hurt a lot lately.
Yeah, it kind of makes you nervous. Such a young kid, this stuff happening. Yeah.
You kind of hope this isn't like a career thing. But again, 2 to 3 weeks, not terrible. At least it's not like a full tear or anything like that. It keeps him out months. So, and then I guess the last thing, did we ever talk about this? Did we talk about how next year FIFA is airing the Women's World Cup on the exact same day as the Gold Cup final and I believe the Copa America final?
No.
I don't think we talked about it here. I
didn't even know that was happening, honestly.
Yeah, I knew that, but I don't think we talked about it.
Yeah, so that's bullshit. I mean, to be fair, I am fairly certain they will not air all at the same time. There will be space, but I think especially when it's a World Cup year, you want to give the World Cup its own day to breathe. And so this is kind of, it's clearly FIFA sexism. FIFA clearly hasn't changed. But what are you going to do?
Yeah.
I mean, the plus is if you're like me, you're going to be so fucking drunk by the end of the day because there's so much soccer to watch. It's like, now's another one. But, other than that, terrible.
I just wonder how they're going to space them out because France, if they do it in France, it'll be like 1 p.m. Eastern time?
Well, I mean, I guess Russia's maybe 2 hours ahead of France, and that final was at 11. I guess France would be
we're 5 or 6 hours ahead of or behind France. So
I'm going to go on a limb and guess it's going to be 2:00 Women's World Cup final, 5:00 Gold Cup, 8:00 Copa.
And the real kick in the pants there is that people who are attending either the other finals wanting to watch the Women's World Cup final because you're going to be too busy traveling to the game or pre-gaming or whatever.
Yeah.
So you're going to miss it entirely. So they're just pretty much losing people who could be viewing the Women's World Cup final.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you got to hope at least, especially if the United States is in the World Cup final, you got to hope wherever they're hosting the Gold Cup, they can set up some kind of fan
viewing
experience. Yeah.
Let them in the stadium early, just put it up on the big screens.
Yeah, something like that. You would hope.
All right, so what are the odds are that U.S. women are in the final and the U.S. men are in the Gold Cup final?
Ooh.
Boy, I'm going to go young men's team. I'm going to say 48%.
That's a very specific number.
Yep. I want to go a little bit under 50, just a tiny bit under 50. I'll say 48.
I'll go 47%.
Gee, I swear to God, if you take $1.
I didn't say Price is Right rule, so it doesn't really matter.
I mean, it's just,
I think it's more likely to happen than not. But I mean, if the U.S. men's team was going to be the one that lost in the World Cup qualifying, I would say it's more likely that only the women got through.
Oh, I think the women have the way better chance of going through than the men. That's what I'm saying. I think if you're asking me how much chance the women have, I'll give them like 70%. I never underestimate the women's team.
Well, the thing is, I mean, with the Gold Cup, I mean, you pretty much do expect Mexico and the United States to end up being the last two.
But we weren't last year, right?
No, we were. We won the 2017. That's what made like losing or getting knocked out of the World Cup even more painful.
Maybe I'm thinking 2015. Then there was one recent one where
2015 we choked hard under Klinsmann.
That's what it was.
Yeah, we choked real hard under Klinsmann. Klinsmann played John Brooks, who wasn't ready, and here's a name for the past: Ventura Alvarado at center back. So where's Ventura Alvarado now? Makes me think that.
And because we choked that, we lost that stupid 1-game playoff for the Confederations Cup spot.
Which, Klinsmann fucked up again. Klinsmann was terrible. I mean, it's quite clear now. But I will say, I mean, again, I do think the women deserve to have the stage to themselves. Absolutely. I think that's right. But if there's one silver lining to this whole thing, there is the slim chance for a really super day for U.S. soccer. If women are in the final and men's are in the final. So it could be a great day for U.S. soccer. But, again, women still totally getting shafted but not just having the spotlight and the stage to themselves for a day.
Yeah.
At least they get to play on grass, right?
I assume so.
You would definitely.
I was being sarcastic with that, but I guess it's a question. The fact that you had to hesitate says a lot.
Well, they played on turf in Canada.
Yeah, but we're talking France. I mean,
yeah, I assume so. I don't know. You never know. FIFA may have found a some asphalt field for them to play on. FIFA Street.
I forgot about that game. By the way, United States up 2-0 against Mexico in World Cup qualifying.
No, that's not the score. What's the score? Say it right.
Oh, sorry, 2-0.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, that's right, because they're playing Mexico.
All right. Anything else?
Yeesh.
For dumping ground?
No.
Rapinoe just butchered a kick, but I don't know if it's because whistle blew. Maybe that's why.
I don't know, because I'm behind you on live with YouTube. So the only thing left is Truman's terrible team of the week.
Yes, and I'm very mad at this because the terrible team is giving a team that we despise a chance of sneaking into the playoffs, and that is Montreal getting their asses handed to them by DC 5-0. DC, I believe, still has a game in hand on Montreal as well. Jay's typing that in right now. I'm pretty sure.
I was looking at something else, actually.
Oh, come on. Get with the job.
Sorry, I was thinking about something else.
Distracted. So Mino likes that. Let me see. I could tell you right now. They have 2 games in hand. So they have 2 games in hand. They trail Montreal by 2 points. They're probably playing every single game at home, I would assume.
So let's see. DC is 9-2-2, 14-13. So most games at home. They have 4 games left at home with 5 to play. So yeah, they're playing most at home.
So very good chance of them sneaking in. But the good news is if they do sneak in, they will not be playing a game at home unless they advance to the knockout, past the knockout stage. But once they play that 1-game playoff, they'll be on the road. And guess where it might be? And I think we talked about that with Matt Doyle, is it would be in Smurf City.
So here's the thing. Depending on how the rest of the year goes, as unlikely as this would be, they could jump into at least 4th because they're only 10 points back of Columbus, and they have 2 games in hand on them.
It's a lot to make up.
It's a lot. I'm not saying it will happen. I'm saying it's possible.
I do not want to face Columbus in the playoffs.
Neither does Atlanta.
Yeah.
You know they don't.
Yeah, but think about our performance against Columbus this year.
Right.
That's all I care about. I don't give a shit about Atlanta. But by the way, I wooed because Alex Morgan scored the 3rd goal. U.S. 3-0.
Trey Saucero.
Yeah, Trey Saucero. There was a nice little set piece where Alex Morgan totally lost her marker.
Yep. It was right off the corner.
Yeah. So I'm assuming that Rapinoe butcher kick was because they blew the whistle, and so she held up.
Yep.
Because the second one was pretty.
There's way too much good sports going on right now. Way too much.
Yeah.
All right.
Although I'm going to say something un-American, I don't care about baseball.
That's coming from a supposed Yankees fan.
Yeah, no, I know. It's. I just don't care about the sport. 3 hours for 5 minutes of action? No thanks.
3 hours. This game's going on 4.
There you go. 4 hours for 5 minutes of action. Even better.
Did the Milwaukee game go into extra innings?
It is in the 10th right now.
Wasn't Milwaukee up 2 at one point?
They were up 2-0 in the 9th, and they hooked it up.
Yeah. I mean, it's. I don't have baseball friends. I have soccer friends who I met through writing a blog. I mean, come on, that's the beginning.
That's how you know you don't like baseball. Is that right there?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm pretty much in the same boat at this point.
Yeah. I have football friends, but I don't know baseball. I have friends who watch baseball, but not as many who watch football.
All right, we ready to wrap this one up?
Yes.
Wrap it up.
Okay, patreon.com/Red Bull Rant. $1 a month is all you need to get the exclusive stuff, including our September wrap-up with Matt Doyle. Fresh off of his... What do you say?
I said you should pay for that.
Yes. Fresh off of his article praising the Red Bulls after beating Atlanta.
Praise.
If you want to email the show during the week, wow, I can't talk tonight, redbullrant@gmail.com. If you want to call us, 973-348-5329. On Facebook, facebook.com/redbullrant. On Twitter, @redbullrant for the show, Dr. Stooge for myself,
Jersey Girl.
DA2. Is it 4-0 now? Because I'm behind you.
Yep, Tobin Heath, Jersey Girl, Bernardsville.
Ooh, who's number 19?
I think she might be young, Jay.
Well, she had a really good move on the sideline there.
Oh, that ooh. Okay. I thought it was a dirty ooh.
He's not a monster.
It sounded like a dirty ooh. He was like, ooh.
Okay. At PMACD82 for Pat, at the Truman for Truman. Subscribe to our show via iTunes, Stitcher Radio, Google Play Music, YouTube, SoundCloud. If you're on iTunes or your podcatcher does reviews, please give us a 5-star rating. It helps get the show out there. Last words before we get out of here.
Do you know the way to win, win, win? That's it.
Is it through San Jose?
Better be.
I hope so. Yeah, be like these women and win.
Win 4-0, right?
Yeah, exactly. At this rate, though, they're going to blow away my prediction here in the U.S. game.
All right. So for Pat, Truman, and myself, this has been episode number 284 of the Red Bull Rant. Thank you guys for tuning in. And as always, go Red Bulls.
Bye-bye.
Ooh.